feel myself coming hard. Except that I'm not just coming.
I'm getting
It's
hot and bothered, dude.
it all happened so
Take
quick.
it off,
okay, wait.
Bubba.
You might want to keep your shirt.
When I picked her up and opened the door for her, she had no teeth. Well, obviously, in my mind, you take those bad boys for a spin.
Been with my boyfriend for 8 years, and we are each other's first. And 9 out of 10 times, I can't orgasm.
What's up, everybody? We're the KCBoys.
I'm Steven.
I'm Dez.
I'm Kyle.
And I'm Chase. It's been a fat-ass minute since we recorded a podcast, and I swear to God, if this is not the most successful episode we've ever had, then it's proof that planning doesn't help, because this is by far the most we've ever planned for any piece of content we've ever made.
All 10 of you watching, thanks.
Yeah. So to Steven, if the success or failure therein lies is going to be if it's successful, me and Kyle and Desi did all the work. If it fails, Steven did all the work.
Yeah.
All right. But this is a new little change of course, little redirect, and we're going to be talking about something that is applicable to you. Yes, you, each and every single one of you.
Hopefully.
Steven, hit it.
I keep looking at the TV like that's the camera.
It's probably close enough.
So we're pivoting to love and romantic encounters in general. For me, because love is one of the most complicated things ever, and we just want to laugh about it.
And I think it's complicated to all of us. And if you think you've got love figured out, one, help me, help us. And two, you probably don't. Does he?
I know everything not to do in love. So that's my total experience. I'll tell you what not to do.
He's been divorced.
I've been divorced, and I've gone through
we
the ringer, Bubba.
We got a divorcee, an engaged but won't
a
commit,
fiance.
A long-term engagement.
a divorced but now refound
well,
love.
don't say divorce. Don't say that. I had a long relationship with my high school quote-unquote sweetheart
9
for,
years, 10 years?
for almost 10 years, and I have an 8-year-old daughter with her. But that didn't work out, and now I'm in a new relationship that I'm realizing is much better. But we've only been together for 2 years.
So he had a girlfriend, a wife, and a side piece all at the same time.
At one point in my life, those were in my scumbaggery former years.
No, he was with somebody for green card purposes.
It was for true love, federal agents.
Ice, shut up. We don't know.
And don't neglect Kyle's relationship status of currently happily married. So Kyle's got something figured out. Or
Happily bedded and wedded.
happily. Oh, you guys share a bed chamber?
Yeah.
Nice. So we're going to be talking about the reason we were discussing podcast topic ideas, and we want to have something that can help keep us on task because of our golden retriever mindedness, but something that is relatable. And I think the topic of romance, dating, love life, marriage, relationships in general is so universally relatable and something that we all need help with. We all have an experience with. We all have horror stories with, and something that everybody has good advice of what to do and what not to do. So we just want to bring that to light and get the conversation rolling. Desi, why is it important to you to talk about life and love?
Genuinely, after experiencing some of the negative portions, now I know what to look for, I feel like. So hopefully I can shed the tiniest bit of light, because that's all I have.
Yeah, Desi's gone through the full life cycle of relationship. Dated long time, has a kid with, got married, happy, good little wedding. I had a lot of fun. And
That's cool.
then
They almost got kicked out at my wedding, actually.
I threw up in the bush.
and then things sort of started to go downhill, and then got divorced. And that's an experience I actually am interested in getting into. Steven, why is it important to you to talk about love and life and relationships?
Just experiences with stories over the years with our friends. They get brought up at least quarterly. And yeah, we laugh about it every single time. It's some of our best stories.
Yeah, I was gonna
Love
say,
and romance.
almost the same stories get brought up multiple times a year, and we just laugh and have a good time, and we make fun of each other's failures in love, which is hilarious.
Yeah, nothing's a beyond reproach. I'm going to tell you that right now. Oh, you're getting a divorce? Good. Oh, failure looking, marriage looking ass.
I get made fun of for figuring it out, Bob.
It's true.
He does get bullied for having a healthy, successful.
I'm the odd one out, the ugly duckling of the group.
It's because
Still
he's
get made fun of.
statistically the one that's supposed to be together. Bullshit.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad, but it's good. It's good, Kyle. You're doing something, and we have a lot to learn from this young man. So we're going to be talking about relationships, going through some tidbits and some stories. I mentioned to the guys, I'm an avid Reddit user, and these guys don't get on Reddit all too often, but there's a couple subreddits that I love. One is called 2X Chromosomes. So it's women supporting women. It's women's stories, and then they'll get feedback and support from other women, and I absolutely love it. I'm not even joking. There's some shit that I read on there that literally blows my mind because it's just the difference in perspectives between men and women, and I'm like, oh, I would have never thought of it that way. So just reading through there and having my mind blown. And there's also feminism subreddit that I like to read through. And I think this shit's useful. So this is a call to young men. Expose yourself to differing opinions. Pussy. You have to do it.
Does this have-
Expose yourself.
Don't be soft. Go read some shit from opinions that you would never go out of your way to hear about in day life. Like, you have access. Go find something, go read something, figure it out, because those opinions are valuable.
Why do you keep finding yourself in all these lady-related Reddits?
So
is it because you have like 8 sisters, or what's going on here?
I have 7 sisters, and dude, I think that the older that I get, the more I realize the way that I would think about things as a younger man were just almost completely wrong. Just completely wrong. And unless you go on that journey for yourself, if you just keep, I don't know, I feel like it's 50% of the population. And of course, I'm painting women with a broad stroke. Obviously, the spectrum of opinions across women in the world varies just as much as men and whatever. But I feel like understanding the obstacles and the opinions and the did the mic pick that one up, Mama? Next time, aim that mic down. Kyle just shitted himself.
He shitted himself his pants.
The chair.
And this is why we can talk about relationships right here. This is why. We know all
I
about it.
swear to God, when I was a teenager, I was like, dude, I need to enjoy this because eventually I'm gonna stop laughing at farts. No. I'm
Not even
33 in a month, and farts are still funny to me.
Old ass.
You're 33 already.
Oh shit! I legitimately, this is like 2 days ago, thought about, oh, my birthday's coming up. How old am I about to be?
Dude.
Am I about to be 33
After-
or 34?
After 30,
legitimately
you don't care.
confused.
I have
It
to
doesn't
ask my
matter
girlfriend.
anymore.
I'm like, am I 31 now or 32? Legit forgot.
I actively went somewhere with Jenna. They asked me how old I was. I said 33, and then I did the math on my phone the other day, and it was wrong.
Yeah, you had to pull out a calculator.
I was 32. So,
But
yes.
God, you guys are fucking old.
Kyle, you're 31.
I'm 30.
You're 30.
Don't
Young
add numbers
buck.
to me. I'm
You gonna be
solid.
31.
Okay, we'll just round to the nearest 30. I'm 30 years old. But I really thought, okay, so this has been like a journey. For one, my opinions when I was a young man were not discriminatory against women. They were discriminatory against almost everyone. I had very strong opinions about.
He hates everybody equally.
not
literally
racism.
Go out and do yours and get yours and expect that other people are going to get theirs, not understanding systematic oppression and not understanding antiquated ass cultural, like, established way that things are done or have been done and don't necessarily need to be done that way, and like literally not having any sort of context or nuance for complicated subjects, and just thinking if somebody wants something, go get it. If they don't go get it, it's on them, and not understanding that that's not the way the real world works. So I started reading the 2X chromosomes and the feminism subreddit because they show up on the main page of Reddit. They'll just show up on, like, if it gets enough comments or votes, it'll just show up. So I started clicking in there and reading that, and it's been enlightening. So we're gonna go through. We're gonna read some hot takes from some subreddits that I think will be interesting for you guys to hear about. And then, if you got your own stories, of course, fill us in, because there's not enough men talking about romance and dating.
Yeah.
And that's one of the main things we realized. There's girls when these women like call her daddy, and there's all kinds of podcasts out there that my girlfriend and the women in my life listen to. I was like, okay, I've never heard of men talking about romance and dating and
I think there's a worry that it's going to be like locker room talk
Yeah.
and go a little too far, or that they're not going to
Yeah,
bring
that's
anything
part of the
meaningful.
good stuff.
Exactly. Well, I was going to say, I think men aren't thinking about that kind of thing of like bringing something, because yes, you can have locker room
That's a
that
perspective.
leads to meaningful conversation.
Yeah.
But most men don't have that conversation.
Especially if that's where your heart's at and you're willing to open and engage. Like, all of us are willing to open and engage. I feel like there's a certain amount of insecurity that most men and women, a lot of adults, still deal with. Fortunately for us, like our friend group, we learned to embrace that shit and lean into that shit. The older I get, the more I realize that my insecurities are virtually universally shared. The things that I worry about, the next person is also worried about, like people looking at you or not understanding you or whatever you may worry about. So just fucking embrace it. Just, whatever, be open. So let's out ourselves.
Is that going to be really blue? Quick pause.
It is really blue.
I'm just, because I noticed the glare on there. I just didn't know if it's going to make it
happened?
worse. Baba.
I think
I don't know.
Screensaver.
Technical difficulties.
This is
Just turn it
good.
off.
Did you pause the recording? No. Okay. This is good. These are technical difficulties of the first episode that are only going to get ironed out.
No, they're going to get worse.
Yeah, probably good.
We're going to make it worse.
So, layout for the podcast, we are going to be reading some things from Reddit. We're going to get these guys' reactions. filling in with their tidbits, stories, experiences. And then I'm going to pick something from probably from the 2X Chromosome subreddit, because that is where women are talking with other women and getting support from other women regarding their
We're ousting them in their conversations.
And
Got
it's
'em.
good. Now we're infiltrating
No,
it.
they'll be posting on there. They'll say, "This is to all you lurky motherfuckers." Like, people come in there, guys like me,
Oh.
come in there. To speak. Which women, I'm here. I swear to God, I come in peace. I'm coming in peace.
In peace.
I came in
swear,
peace.
I just
Multiple times.
Infiltrate the dealer, find the supplier.
I go into that subreddit with the fucking purest intentions of wanting to understand and learn, like, okay, and I'm not lying, there's a lot of fucking creeps. I meet them myself, but I promise you, myself, and even reading the subreddit has made me realize, okay, be aware of the sort of experiences that women have, and if I ever see anything, being an advocate for if I see a guy making a woman uncomfortable, which I've been in situations before, I don't know if you guys have, where men have made the girl I'm with uncomfortable. And obviously that's on some fighting terms right there.
Yep.
I've literally gotten into confrontations because of guys making inappropriate comments or something, and I would never let that shit slide. What did you say? I heard you saying something, but I didn't quite catch that. Making a big scene.
Speak with your chest.
Yeah, when these motherfuckers want to make women feel uncomfortable, and it literally makes my heart hurt to think about like that happening when nobody is there to speak up for them, and they're automatically in a situation of like where they have to, like, if they have to defend themselves, what are they going to do? They're going to fight a grown man. You know what I mean? So you're automatically using that power to your advantage as a creep. And it's like that shit is just.
Women already have certain circumstances and scenarios that we don't even think about as men that they are worried about. So like anything we can do to stop when we do see it would be beneficial.
Absolutely. I feel like you have to always standing up for people who are oppressed or meek or whatever you want to say, standing up for those people regardless. Obviously, the sex roles come into it a lot, and women get assaulted or harassed or even just fucking bothered by weirdos. And it's like, if that situation presents itself, if you're a
But when it happens to a man like our friend Steven, we just point and laugh.
yeah, I don't know.
It's his fault.
It's definitely, but it's not equal, but it is equitable. So you think about Steven. Steven, we make fun of Steven for having been not only harassed but sexually assaulted multiple times. But you see, he's laughing because it's not equal. The things that are happening are the same thing, and we're laughing at him. But it is equitable because push comes to shove. What's really going to happen? He could lift somebody up and throw them physically off of him and protect himself. Whereas not everybody is awarded that advantage. So, whatever.
Exactly.
So we're going to be talking about some takes from Reddit they get spicy. And then at the very end, we've got something extra special for you guys. So stay tuned for our red hot sexcapades at the end, where we are going to get down and dirty. And it's going to go from rated PG-13 throughout to rated R, rated XXX,
Hopefully.
I dare say, of us telling some personal stories and or things that we've read about, and share some sexy stories with you guys towards the end. So that said, without further ado.
Who has the first story?
We're doing the
Just a little general romantic encounters.
general romantics first. Okay, I'll fucking start. I got a good one. I could have had it pulled up. I just didn't know.
And you talk about a guy, Kyle's sex life and experience of dating is different from a lot of guys that I know. Kyle is the least dog of us, I would say. He's told me many times not necessarily interested in one night stands. Not that he hasn't tamed
I've dabbled.
He's dabbled, but he's not a ruthless little dog in heat such as former me I was.
Dog in heat.
The male dog
Very
in-
good. Yep.
No, there were multiple times where I was left with the decision of go home with a baddie or continue to have fun with my friends.
Yeah.
And 9 out of 9 times I hung out with my friends.
That's 100%. Bro.
Yeah, every
good
time.
stat.
I'm having so much fun. It's not worth it.
Sometimes
me.
you don't want to leave the boys. It's a good time.
Yeah. So here's our first story. I read this and I thought it was hilarious. So we'll see what you guys think. User on Reddit said, so I went on this date and the only photos that the woman sent me were closed mouth. Attractive enough, so we went out. When I picked her up and opened the door for her, she had no teeth. Not one.
Toothless.
Toothless. Zero, nada, zip, zilch. You get it. So I soldier on and continue. Oh, my phone glitched. And continue to be a gentleman and showed her a nice evening of mini golf and tacos at my favorite spot. Surely they were soft tacos.
We blended her tacos and you transitioned out.
A couple kids pulled me aside at the mini golf place and asked what I was doing with her.
Why would that ever happen?
Wait,
I don't know.
Hey, yo, girlfriend ain't got no teeth. It's like, what?
He's saying kids. I'm imagining like high schoolers. He's
Yeah.
saying kids. I'm imagining like us in high school of loudmouth, obnoxious, going up and running on somebody, ruin a date. Exactly like something
We would
had done.
That's something we would
Yeah.
do.
So where's that? I'm a decent person, so I laughed it off to the online dating, but told them I'm a gentleman and should honor his commitment and show a woman a good time, and that's what I did. What I found out later was that I was her first date since she had a terrible experience that she somehow survived, but those teeth were her reminder of it. So I did tell her I didn't want a second date, but I was glad to be able to show her a nice night to help her get over her PTSD. Glad I was a good dude, but yeah, it was an awkward evening for me for sure. And when I was reading this story, I was like, okay, well, obviously, in my mind, you take those bad boys for a spin. Like, you
usually pay extra for that, Bubba.
willingly, it's
good gentleman.
consensual, but
Toothless.
that's
Have
a
her train your dragon.
that's a once in a lifetime experience until you're like 80, and then it's an everyday.
And- everydayer.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
dude, I can only imagine.
That's
I don't-
false advertisement.
But what do? You're not. So listen, on online dating, you put your best foot forward.
yeah.
Yeah.
You put your fucking best foot forward. A real one will like link their Instagram or something so you
Yeah.
can see their tag photos, whatever. You don't just see all their best pictures ever. But that said,
All
you're
their
not going to
filters.
say on the dating app, oh, by the way, I literally have no teeth.
Mhm.
Like, but I don't know.
Yeah,
You
I
kind of
don't.
should.
You don't want to antiquate it to like selling a car, but if I was to sell a car, I'm not gonna show pictures of the broken parts. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like I might say something.
I'm not going to show that my
maybe.
car is missing all
Yeah,
its teeth.
it's like
Yeah.
A serious question. Why? Dentures? Like, why no dent? Is
no,
there
that
something?
Shit is expensive as
Super
fuck.
expensive.
You're talking
Well,
like
really?
10. You're talking
And
like 10 racks.
they also
some
don't give
dentures.
context on the previous thing that happened to her.
yeah.
As like what's
So
the
he
circumstance? You
did-
don't know what's going on.
He did. I saw that he commented to somebody else that asked what had happened, and he said he's not going to get into it because I'm
Yeah.
guessing she shared it with him, but he said basically she was left for dead.
Damn.
Yeah. See
shit.
that? So that
So
And got her teeth
you shouldn't
fucking
have to put
robbed?
your pictures on there. She's
Yeah,
she's
that's-
trying to get past PTSD.
some sort of abuse.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's terrible. And obviously, like terrible situations happen every day. And that's good that he still took her out, whatever. But
Yeah.
I'm with you, Kyle. Has to see it through, my
You
boy.
have to see it
Purely
through,
on the
my boy.
experience basis.
Bare
Bubba. I need
minimum.
10%.
Come through with the
experience.
plastic Halloween little
Oh, not
chomper
the
and the
fangs.
fangs.
Oh my
Not the
god.
fangs. Oh my god.
I just can't. I would personally never go on a date with my gums flapping
Yeah.
away.
Oh
I
my
did see a teeth make or break. I'm not gonna lie. I did see this girl who looked genuinely like an old lady.
Yeah.
Like,
Mm.
and then she was like talking about this is my denture experience, blah blah blah. Went in, got fitted. It was a whole thing. She put them bad boys in, and I'm not joking. She was a dime.
Mhm.
Like literally, I was like, oh, I not only could I not even tell like she was pretty, she was a 10. She was gorgeous.
She looked
You're
old.
with some regular teeth.
Your
I'm not
face
talking-
looks weird when you don't have them in there because the
Yeah.
space is not
Oh,
being
and it goes like-
filled. So
Yeah.
it literally is like, have you ever seen the old ladies where it's like their bottom jaw is almost all the way up and their cheeks almost stick out over?
That's my mom. If you call my mom too early in the morning, she I don't even have my teeth in yet. My mom turned into a fucking cackling
Okay,
witch.
so my question is, who would let it slide and who would break it off?
Okay, you have to let it slide, A, for the experience, but B, what if it ends up being...
I mean, long term.
well, that's what I'm saying. You the experience
That-
first, and then what if it's like, they're amazing.
Yeah,
It's the best ever.
I'm absolutely seeing the date through. That's not enough to determine. And I would be the guy to say something like, "What happened to your teeth?" Like, let me get the story, and then be there and be whatever. I would be regular about it. I would approach it, but I would definitely not. That would not stop me from having a fun date, good dinner, fun time, bare minimum.
Yeah, that wouldn't deter
I
me.
would do that with my friends who I'm not sexually interested in at all. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, what's gonna stop you from having good dinner and a good time? Whatever.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I would like to think that my heart is in a good enough
Yeah,
place to where I would say, yeah, like if I love you and I like you, I'm gonna continue dating.
Yeah.
but
So
I-
like to be honest, had her profile pictures had no teeth in there, I probably would
So
just.
she got her foot
In
the
her
door.
defense.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
her
would
defense.
probably skip on that one, but showing up to the date, figuring it out, I'd see that through all the way to the end. if possible.
All the way to completion.
Yeah, that is an experience, a dinner and a show, a 4D experience.
Sensational.
A 4D experience.
I'm with you, Kyle. I would simply just, what do you do? Swipe next? I would
Yeah.
swipe next or whatever.
That's
She played
shallow.
her
But
cards
dude,
right
she
and got her
did.
foot in the door.
You shallow.
So
That's
in her defense, yeah, that makes sense. If
Don't hate the
depending
player,
on
hate
the
the
date
game.
and the girl, it's a no for me. But if she's like 10 out of 10, I'm buying her dentures. I'm buying
That's
what
doing
I'm saying,
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if you went and she's like the funniest, sweetest, like
Yeah.
hits every green flag you have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Which is
it's
just-
hard not.
That just goes to show how fucking shitty it is that we base so much on looks alone when really all we want is good personality and care for, but we off rip, we're just
This is
physical
the thing,
appearance.
though. It is the getting the foot in the door. This is the thing. With online dating specifically, there is no.
gas ball.
Those are the cutest little.
What's
I don't know if
happening?
you guys- I don't know if it's picking up on the mic. Kyle's over
You're
here.
not.
You guys are making things up and lying on my name, hoping that these mics aren't picking
That's from
anything
the
up.
office where Dwight's recording the notes and he says, "Oh my God, Dwight, put your pants back on."
He's got a chainsaw.
All right, Desi, what do you think, man? What's not? Oh, Desi's got a cute little quote. 9
Well-
out of 10 times, I can't orgasm.
I think that's mine.
That's his.
Oh,
that's mine.
no.
And that's
Yeah,
that's
my-
for the special stories.
Oh,
but-
Yeah.
all
That's-
right, Desi,
that's
what
to
you got-
entice
What you
you.
got for us?
So we'll start off with one that's a little shorter, so it's not too bad. It just says, well, the funniest thing that's happened to me on a first date was towards the end of the date. In walks in my date's doppelganger. Yep, you guessed it. He had a twin brother who greeted me with his pants down, wagging his, well, you know.
No.
So there I was trying
There's
to,
a appendage out?
with his penis out. Yep. So
He had a penis out?
So there I was, trying to maintain my composure and politeness while this guy was chasing me around the house in his birthday suit. It was like a hilarious yet awkward episode of The Three Stooges. To make the story even more bizarre, I ended up dating my guy for years, got married, and even divorced him. Strangely enough, I still miss him from time to time. He's on marriage number 3, and his newest wife, part of her job is to raise grocery prices. Yup, how punk rock of him. On the other hand, his twin, the one that had his peckerage out, the one who chased me around, seems to have found his happily ever after, leaving me with a tale that's both entertaining and unforgettable.
I'm so confused.
That's wildly inappropriate.
So
Why was he
first
chasing
off,
her?
I think it's because it's his twin brother, and he knew that he was on a date, so he's like, I'm just gonna fuck with her, and make him think that it's his
something
brother.
That's
tells
sexual
me-
assault, Bob.
Yeah.
It went right. It
Trust
went
me,
real
you
fast.
Can't lead with the dick.
Yep.
Trust me.
Well, that's what immediately got me into reading that. Was I heard the dick, and I was like, oh, what happened?
Well, the real question is he bigger than his twin or are they the same?
Or was
Because something tells me he was trying to show off because his is probably a bit
I wonder
bigger.
if they taste identical or paternal.
The only thing
Paternal.
fraternal?
Paternal.
Fraternal. Oh, he doesn't taste like
Chase
his
was just on
dad?
paternal leave.
He doesn't taste like his dad. Okay. Yeah, the whole situation's confusing me, does he? Of why is he's just you can't chase people naked. That's-
Nah.
Yeah.
The only thing that's weird is she had this date, weird experience, still ends up
Dating.
dating, marrying, and divorcing
She
that
sees
guy.
it through.
The guy that ran out with his dick out, happily married, hasn't
That's
been
what I'm saying.
divorced.
She gets it. You
So-
got to see it through, my boy.
So the other guy was
Gets it.
too like reserved, or her guy.
Well,
was
so that's
like-
what I'm saying. What does it say if he's the one that found his happily ever after being the guy running around?
He's the fun
waving his-
guy.
Yeah. Well, we just said it was too far.
I-
Was it too
that's
far
true.
or did
It
it
is.
work?
It is.
It's still too
Look,
far.
Reading from the outside in, yeah, obviously way too far. But we have been in situations similarly,
Ah, yes.
you know. So it's like you
Let
read
me tell you the story.
IRL, you read the room.
Yeah, Kyle got his balls stuck in the door. It was crazy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. In front of your girlfriend, dude.
Kyle shut
In
balls
front of his
and
girlfriend.
she thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Let me tell
I
you
guess
about the time I
context.
met Chase's first real girlfriend. I can't even remember her name.
Her name was Kristen.
Kristen.
You guys, when I tell you, I literally have told my current girlfriend about Kristen. And when you see a movie and you're like, oh, she's way too good for him. I had no business being anywhere around this girl. Goody two shoes, lovely, kind, worked hard at school. And I'm a scumbag rapscallion out here running the streets on my Huffy.
And apparently so was I.
Huffy.
So I
Hardcore.
walk into my mom's current house. My She used to be my grandma and grandpa's house, but she's down there. I randomly come over sometimes. Chase was there. I was just trying to see my cousin Joey and CJ.
He would roll up and bully us every once
And
in a while.
then I could be a bully back then.
Oh, could.
But usually only to Chase because we met on bad
Hey,
terms.
I had it coming.
Yeah. So Chase is down there on their bunk bed with this girl, Kristen.
Kristen.
It just keeps changing.
Kirsten.
And I
does.
was like, hey, what's up, guys? I was like, hey, wait, who is this? Meanwhile, I was like, yeah, who is this?
That's assault. It was
For who knows how long.
Titty.
Literally just.
That was 100% assault, brother.
Yeah. She was, having it is what it seemed
She
like.
was having it.
Yeah, she was lovely. She was just.
Did you know about it?
There was a picture. We took a picture. Literally a
His picture.
That I was like, what's going on here? It was weeks later. I was like, what the fuck is this? I don't know if this was in disposable camera days or why it took so long. But I saw the
Fucking
picture
Polaroid.
and I was like, what is going on? Zoom. But in that days, it was just this. And I'm like, yeah, you fucking assaulted my girlfriend, you POS. What am I going to do? Get beat up by him for assaulting my girlfriend?
Yeah, we were feuding for
So
most
also
of our
on this
friendship.
podcast, we will be ousting ourselves. we may be
Hold on, 'cause
seeking
that
legal
was, what, 15 years
representation.
ago?
Oh, there's no statute of limits on getting canceled, Bob.
If you're in Kansas City and a lawyer, hit us up, please.
Yeah.
Just
So I guess
in
another,
case.
because I even had forgot about the New York story. I've just,
That was my first
we're
thought.
all in New York. It's us three. Was Diego there?
It was us four, Diego, his girlfriend.
And then Chase brought Chase's girlfriend at the time because she lived in New Jersey or something.
She was from Long Island. She was from
Oh, Long Island.
Ronkonkoma.
Who was that?
Dominique. She grew up.
yep,
She
yep,
grew up in Ronkonkoma.
And we just got one Airbnb where literally the entire floor was mattress. We had 3 inches to walk on the floor, and we're all just sleeping in there, being dudes. She's there, paying
Was it
her
a
no
studio?
mind. I took a shower and I just opened the door and I fucking put my nuts in the door and I was like, "Oh guys, help! I got my nuts shutting the door."
Please help.
You just see 2 little balls hanging out in the door.
If I remember correctly, it took you the longest to get our attention. So they're in there just getting crushed.
And then I completely even forget, and I come out. We're all laughing, and she's just right there. Saw the whole thing.
Yeah, she was laughing with
It was good though, So you gotta read it. You gotta read the room. So like reading a story like that, obviously, but like maybe he read the room and it was funny and it was good.
Yeah.
What she didn't say is she showed her balls too. So like,
She dated him and married him and divorced him. So
Obviously,
Yeah.
you read it correctly.
could not have done that.
All right,
bad.
I've got a quick little story that I want to get your guys' opinion on, and I certainly need the feedback from the masses because I'm still confused by this. This was back in my online dating days. So I would go on a date, always try to be authentic, always trying to be thoughtful and kind, the whole 9 yards. I went on a date with a girl named Michaela. So Michaela, gorgeous. I literally was swiping. I was like, this is a fake account. This is a bot. This is not. This is like some stolen pictures from
Tinder date.
from some princess, European princess of some sort. I don't even know. I saw this girl. I was like, this is one of the most beautiful. This has to be fake. We start messaging this on Hinge. Come on, Steven. I get off of the Tinder.
grinder, got it.
Started messaging.
You mean Grinder? Yeah.
Set up. And I'm literally trying to confirm that she's real. She sends me her Instagram. She is, in fact, real. I go on a date with this girl. When I say literally perfect, I mean literally perfect. We go to a nice restaurant. She's laughing the entire time. Good vibes the entire time.
Now we're talking.
We're having a wonderful time. I picked her up and everything. I picked her up. Classic styles. Like, if you're comfortable, I'll just swoop by us right on the way to the restaurant we're going to. Pick her up. She was comfortable. Everything good. No awkwardness. She's cracking up. The best vibes possible. We go for like a little walk after dinner, and I take her back to her apartment. And I was like, no games. I'll walk you your door, but listen, I'll just make sure you get in.
I don't remember this treatment on our first date.
That's true.
Son of a bitch.
And the reason I'm taking so much time to set the scene is because the next part is the important part. I walk her to apartment, to the door. It's like a little entrance to an entrance to go up. So I walk her there, and I'm like, all right, well, yeah, just if you're interested, I won't bother you. But I definitely had fun. If you're interested, let me know. We'll hang out again sometime soon. And
For a follow-up date.
for a follow-up
Okay.
date. And I give her a hug, and she literally says, she's like, are you not going to kiss me? And I told her, keep in mind, this girl's a 10. She's so fucking gorgeous.
Pervert.
Yeah. She's like, she was literally like,
She tried to essay you.
yeah, she was like offended and confused. She was like, "Are you not going to kiss me?"
Cut it. Cut the shit out.
Kyle just shit his pants again.
He's shitting.
You're ruining our mood.
I'm getting the climax. of
Quit
this-
using me as a break in the joke.
My
Bob.
pants are over here getting tighter, and you're ruining it for me.
I'm getting ready to climax. I'm on the edge, and you're farting on my lips. Okay, so I walk her to the door, and she literally says, I hug her, and I'm like, okay, yeah, let me know, blah, blah. She says, are you not going to kiss me? And I was literally like just feeling the vibes. I'm like, very first date, yes, it went well. There's not much more I could have asked for from a first date. But I'm okay being patient and just like saying if she wants to hang out again, then I'll take maybe at the end of a second date. I feel fine with that. And I literally told her, I was like, I wasn't going to, but I mean, yeah, I'll give you a kiss. She said, absolutely. And she like grabbed me and kissed me the whole 9 yards. Perfect. So I'm like, yeah, this was a wonderful first date where absolutely there's a little bit of a future. We'll see what happens. Go home. I texted that night, said it was a wonderful time. You know, I'm glad you made me kiss you because yeah, obviously, who doesn't want to kiss? And then ghosted.
I'm glad you.
Damn.
Never heard from her again.
Whoa.
Were you
Never-
Not the perfect first date and to be
Never heard
ghosted?
from her again.
Were you not assertive enough for her?
Hold on.
No, it was one of those things, Desi, because I understand exactly what you're talking about, and I have noticed that women, in my experience, are attracted to the polite thoughtfulness, but assertive of getting what you want.
Confidence.
And it was good. Trust me, it was confident vibes. It was like, yeah, I was like, I wasn't going to bother you with it, but absolutely. As soon as she indicated, I like grabbed her and we made out for a second. So we kissed, ghosted.
Did it not make you think she wanted to hook up? Maybe she was just looking to hook up.
She said,
or maybe she was just hungry for some dinner. I don't know.
so this was going into Halloween. She said, I have never had a man in my apartment. No guy friends, no men, no boyfriends, nothing. She said, I've never had a man in my apartment. She said that because she was talking about having a Halloween party with her friends soon and about me possibly coming. And I was like, yeah, that sounds
So
like
that's
fun.
a clear indication that you're not invited in.
That's what I'm saying. So she said, it was that very obvious that I was not going up. So we had like a little conversation. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm not going to try to do anything. I think it was that conversation that made me not want to kiss her. I was like, okay, she wants to play slow. I'm absolutely okay with that. I'm in no rush. Because I know I'll catch feelings too, just like a girl might, just like a date might. And I was
Chase,
like, okay.
you will catch feelings from a picture, Bob.
I know.
You will catch feelings from a scent.
If it's
Catch feelings from a
waitress brought
Drake
me
video. A girl dancing to a Drake song video.
The one dance girl is still the one that got away from me. But a waitress dude brought me food, and I fell in love for like 6 months one time.
With the food or her?
Wait, was it that girl at
It's just a joke.
First watch?
It's just a joke. Waitresses bring food. That's what they do.
Okay.
First watch?
I didn't catch it. My bad.
Yeah, I will fall in love easily.
Yeah, he does.
But I literally, it was just, I'm utterly confused. I don't know. I literally didn't know. If you would have told me out of all the dates I've been on, you know, which one turned into something, I would have picked that one. I would have said, yeah, absolutely. It was
It almost sounds like when she was telling you that, of like, oh, I've never had a guy up there. She wanted the assertive you to be the first one, but you took it as how I think you should have taken it as. Of like, I'm not going to push. I'm not going to push a boundary.
That's a
but
mind game.
I'm just saying, like,
Let me
it's
get this
something
straight.
I've seen.
She was playing 3D chess, and I was playing
Check.
tic-tac-toe.
You were playing.
I was playing rock, paper, scissors. If it was like a sign for me to be assertive, which you know me, I can read a room. I was picking up the vibes. I was confident being my normal goofy self, and that was not the vibe, but it could be.
What do you think it was where do you think it was you went wrong?
I don't think I went wrong. There's nothing. I literally have thought about this because I've talked with my friend Blakeston. I came home from the date. I lived with him, and I was like, yeah, couldn't have gone better. Absolutely. We had a bomb-ass time. I'll be seeing her again soon. And I was literally telling him, wait till you see this girl. Wait, she's literally one of the prettiest
10 out of
girls
10
you've
confidence.
ever seen in your life. And then
What if you did do something wrong?
she messaged me back that night. She literally said, yeah, we're doing it again sometime, blah, blah, blah. Then it was the next. I never heard from her beyond that night.
She
Have
might
you
have
checked
had
on her
another date.
well-being?
She could have been a like just broken up with her boyfriend type vibe. Got hopped on Hinge real quick, and then they got back together.
That's
So
the
she just
I have seen that, and that's the only
couldn't
thing.
possibly be you.
Yeah. Even if it was me, there are times when it could be me, but this is not one of them. It was like everything.
This
went
is
wrong.
not.
But yeah, I did check Instagram like a couple months later, and I think she had moved to Florida. So,
Oh, damn.
but I literally, her name was spelled in a weird way, like I couldn't even look it up. Michaela, if you see this, what's up? No,
Hey.
literally no hard feelings. It's just very interesting, and I am interested to know whatever played out.
Yeah, why?
You let her down, Chase. She was looking for a reason to stay, and you let her down.
She wanted me to laze it down.
Not the perfect date, not being good enough
Yeah.
reason to stay home or stay
Yeah.
here.
Well, and I
Crazy.
don't think there's anything you would have or should have done different either.
Well,
So I don't think
Yeah.
there was no outcome that would have led to what I think you were thinking or wanting to happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think I did a little. I think I came to the same conclusion Kyle did. I think there was something going on, like maybe an ex or somebody she was struggling with that she was trying to work out. Because to not even say for how well it went, to not even say like, hey, I had a good time, but not really interested. No, you was interested. That's why you could never talk to me again. That's what it was. Yeah, it was fun. Anyways, that's just something I think about
Every night.
periodically.
Well, if you guys think that was curious, where do you hear this?
Steven learned to read just for this.
Let me practice reading. As a man, I regrettably don't get approached much.
Now, this
if
is
ever.
a story you found. This isn't your story.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Clarify
Let me
Let me crack open a cold one for this. This episode not brought to you by LaCroix, but hopefully one day will be.
Okay, this is the right story. As a man, I regrettably don't get approached much, if ever. I can't really remember even being approached. Occasionally, by a drunk woman at a bar, sloppily. It sounds amazing to be approached sober. I sincerely hope it happens to me someday. But I approached my first ex after we met in a group of friends in our community orchestra. Interesting.
Wait a second. They were exes when he approached, or now they're exes? This is the story of him approaching her.
I approached my last ex. That's all the information I have.
I think it's the first time he approached her. He's just saying that it's his ex now.
Yep. Turns out she was a writer, and I'm a sucker for a creative type. I asked.
She likes to be on top.
I asked.
Oh, writer with a W.
Yeah.
Oh, and a T. And a T. Turns
Of
out
the creative
she's-
variety.
Turns out she's a writer.
I heard that
And
fucking
boy, do I
gear
love being
break through
written.
and said, oh, that's funny.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't get it.
A match made in heaven, Stephen, because I love being written. That's what he's saying.
I asked if she could bring me something she'd written so I could enjoy it, and then we met up for a non-romantic coffee to talk about that and also the overlap in music we had. We dated for a really, really amazing 2.5 years until she called me on the phone one day to tell me she never actually loved me and just stayed with me because I treated her well. Oh, well. The end.
That's the end of the story?
Where does this woman get off?
On writing.
That's insane.
This was all for her book.
I think for him to say never really loved me and just I think that is making okay, if you broke it down, maybe that's what it is. But I'm sure it's an incredibly nuanced and gray scale of this is hard. I'm trying to do, you know what I mean? Like think from her perspective of Steven, you've been stuck with people that you didn't love. How did that what happened? Why did you do that? You see what I'm saying? Maybe you did love them, but it's like you can learn to love somebody, but you're like, this is not my person, but I have no reason to not be with them. I haven't done anything wrong and I'm comfortable.
It's the epitome of the movie line. I love you. I'm just not in love with you. Like
Yeah,
you
she
can
said
love somebody
she
a lot,
never
but not be in
actually
love.
loved him.
Yeah.
Just stayed
But
with
that's
me
how it
because he
feels to
treated her
him.
nice.
You're just getting his side of the story. It could
Yeah.
have been she asked for a whole bunch of things from him and he didn't
But what if that's the
change
case?
it or do things.
If we're
And
taking
then
it
so
as
it
only
just-
this,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just from what we're given.
I mean, I see this shit a lot, dude. You see this in friendships, you see this in parenting, and especially exhibits itself in relationships, romantic relationships, is that, and it's easy to see in other people. For one, all of us are inadequate. All of us have deficiencies that we should actively be working on a daily basis. And so we have these
Speak for
deficiencies,
yourself,
and
bub.
these personal deficiencies manifest themselves in our interactions, whether it's parenting, friendships, or relationships. They manifest themselves in these relationships. So when you have two insufficient people whose insufficiencies are romantically incompatible, but as human beings, we can force things to happen. We can make things happen. So we fight just to realize we're dissatisfied in it. And, I mean, I think it's complicated. I think it's complicated as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Love is
And
complicated.
and that deficiency is if you're aware of it. If you're unaware of the things you need to work on, and then you're like, and then so say you've been with somebody, you were unaware, you slowly become aware as this sort of journey that we're on as adults, become aware of the things you want to work on, and you're 2 years into your relationship, and you're like, holy fuck, this is not what I want.
Dude, 2.5 years of leading somebody on sounds like
I don't know.
there's
Never attribute malice where you can, where
that sounds like a disability in the head.
yeah, but then what if never attribute malice where ignorance
Yeah.
explains it? It's not. So to say she did it on purpose, that's like probably not what happened. she's probably learning herself.
Well,
But if
yeah. Well, the one thing I've noticed is the further you get in a relationship, the more like lax you get. The things that you should be doing, like complacent. Yeah, like you should be trying to make sure to do a date night or do these specific things to maintain having that connection.
Keep
but
your
it's
teeth
really,
brushed.
But it's
hair
really,
did.
really, really easy to be like comfortable.
dude,
And just get into a routine, and then you don't think about it, and then literally 6 months goes by, and then you're like, "Wow, I'm fucking
we haven't hung out.
yeah, we haven't hung out. I'm bored." Like that's where all the spark goes from, and it's like we're very easily complacent.
Not only that, absolutely with friendships too. Think about the same thing manifests itself as friendship. When you were in high school, you're literally surrounded by your friends all day, every day. You go to college, same thing, surrounded by your friends all day, every day. When you become an adult, those friendships that used to come easy require effort and attention. You have to put effort into saying, here's the people I'm going to invest in. I'm going to go out of my way to do things for this relationship. Exact same thing with a romantic partner.
Here goes a strange comment that just so happens to be in my screenshot. It reads, "It looks like a great artistic encounter. Despite everything, you have created beautiful memories, I imagine. Keep that. Thank you for the lovely story." That's not That's not a lovely story.
I think
mean,
he's trying to be. I think he's trying to be positive. Of regardless of any negative situation in your life, you should be able to take a positive, which is even if it's a shitty lesson,
Silver
it's still a
lining.
lesson.
Silver
You know what I
lining,
mean?
Baba.
Yeah.
I think that unfortunately, his assertion of the "she never loved me," blah blah blah.
That's what it feels.
That may be not may that might not be accurate, but we've all been there. We've all been in a relationship that doesn't work out. That's just literally how it goes, and it's like, there's definitely things that you've learned. If you're not enjoying the journey, that relationship is pointless. That's when it should end. But you shouldn't look back and just think, "Oh, it was a wasted 2.5 years." No, absolutely not. You learned, you grew, you became a better person.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Yeah, but that person expecting a forever and then it's just cut off literally in a phone call.
Yeah.
That's heartbreaking.
Well, yeah, especially in a
it would
phone
hurt
call,
me.
you deserve more than that.
Let me ask, what's worse? So I dated a girl, and I've learned literally as an adult, I try not to trust my feelings. I literally think I have been misled by my feelings on numerous occasions and it just makes my life miserable. Go off of what I can think rationally about that makes sense, and then make sure that my choices reflect that thought process, not the reactionary emotional thought process. So I dated this girl, and there was literally, I put a lot of effort into put a lot of effort into making her my girlfriend. And then literally after like 3 months, I was like, fuck, dude, I'm not feeling this at all. So for the next 3 months, we only dated for 7 months. It was like 3 or 4 months. I was like, okay, good, happy about it. And then for the next 3 to 4 months, instead of just saying, okay, I'm feeling a certain way, I'm done with this, and discarding, I fought through. I was literally thinking, I don't feel the way I want to feel. This isn't what I want it to be. But let me make sure that this is not just a short-term emotional thing that I'm feeling, and let me try to fight for reinvesting in this relationship. What's worse? Because that did eventually end, dragging it on.
How much longer?
Like another 3 months. So
Man.
dragging it on or nipping it in the bud. So I literally didn't know the right thing to do, and I'm trying to do the right thing, but to her, she might view it as, oh, he resigned a long time ago, and he's just dragging this on and delaying the inevitable. But
And
I
you
don't
communicated them feelings?
know. Yeah, I
Interesting.
pride myself on over communication with my partners.
If you communicate it, it's not a problem that you tried.
Yeah,
It shouldn't ever be an issue that you tried. It's just got to be communicated that you are trying, because obviously there's something wrong.
yeah,
Because that also might make them make a decision knowing how you feel.
Yeah.
Be like, oh, well, you know what? I'm not into it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, but you can't be mad or upset, or like, it's not wrong to try and to say that you're trying. You know what I mean?
I appreciate
Especially
that, because
something-
I have worried about that.
Well, and it'd be different if you were like, oh, so I tried for another 10 months. You know what I mean? I was really trying.
Try for the next 7 years, knowing
We
I never
really
liked
tried.
her.
Yeah, exactly. I
That's
didn't tell her
effort.
I didn't like her, but I tried.
Yeah,
I mean, ain't nothing wrong with good effort. That's good effort.
That is good effort. And then honestly, in the grand scheme of things of life, 3 months is not.
yeah,
You
it's
know what I
not.
mean? Like-
That's a good point.
I have another one that can be quite short. I don't know how many more you guys want to do of these.
Yeah, I got nothing but time.
So I found this one strange, and I just want to get to it because I have it quoted up there.
Well, hold on. What is this one over there?
That's for Red Hot Say
Oh,
Escapade.
Now we're talking.
Okay, so this, what'd you call it? OG? No.
OP?
What?
This OP writes, the original poster, missing a stranger. I met someone a few months back here on Reddit just by chance, having posted something about fitness and asking for advice. The internet stranger for me turned into a good friend. I believe, at least for me, things were venturing pretty quickly into romantic chemistry. And at that point, he decided he needed a break from our interactions and internet interactions in general. And so I respected that, disappointed and reluctantly, and never reached out again. But I must admit, I guess I made a real connection with this person. I miss them. I miss sharing music, sharing secrets, being my most authentic self, butterflies when a message came, etc. I'm confident this will pass, but my concern is that it hasn't and what that means about me. Honestly, just wanting to vent to say the sincere, honest, and caring human connection is such a gift, especially right now during such a divisive time. Don't take it for granted. Enjoy those connections fully while they last. I thought that was strange because I don't think I've ever been oddly that invested in an internet connection and relationship ever.
Yeah, I think that some people have trouble finding it in real life. Like, you have to understand, me and you, we're all four of us are incredibly outgoing. Like, even on a scale of like outgoing people, we're pretty much extremes.
We're always the loudest person in the room, even with other outgoing people.
Dude, I noticed that on Squid Games. We're literally at Squid Games drawing attention to ourselves, people naturally being attracted to us in a room full of 500 outgoing personalities. So it's like, that is a fucking luxury. And the way that our society is structured, being outgoing is a luxury. It is a fucking, because you can't, I mean, there's probably things you can do to practice to like change who you are, but for the most part, you're an introvert or you're an extrovert. You have introverted tendencies or extroverted tendencies, and that shit, I feel like being able to find that connection, you might have trouble in real life finding that. So you're not your true self. You feel boxed up, bottled up, and then you are easily able to connect with somebody where there's that little bit of separation, but you feel like you're giving it all. I have no clue what that means.
Well, especially through talking only, it's not physical. You're not looking at anything physical. You are purely basing it on like the emotions and what somebody's telling you in their heart and brain most of the time. So it's like somebody who doesn't have that or doesn't experience that, like getting butterflies and having all that stuff, it's gonna feel
From a
harder.
text message?
Because it's who they are.
It's who they are.
It's not what they look
yeah.
like. It's who they are.
And you don't know what kind of conversations they had. They could be genuinely really connecting, and it was really, meaningful conversation. And it's like, if we're extroverted and it takes us a little longer to feel that with somebody because we know what we're looking for, if somebody who doesn't have that at all would probably feel that very quickly. And it's like, you have that for a month and it goes away. You're probably feeling a little fucked up. It's like,
Especially if you haven't felt that a lot or been like in a lot of relationships, and then you find somebody that you feel like you're connecting with, dude.
I mean, Alex can attest to this. I never for real texted or talked on the phone. Of course, you got to text to get to know somebody when they live far away, but it was little talking until she came here and we went on our
Whatever,
dates.
you had like a
Fall asleep
over
on the phone together, old lying asses.
Yeah, and you had like a 300+ day snap streak, I remember.
Yeah.
He's lying.
No.
it's to your faces.
Yes, just snapping pictures. That's different. That's like, oh, she's
Picture
fucking
says
hot, that's
1,000
cute.
words, Bob.
Pictures
But
with
that's
so
got
than
it.
the average.
so that I found like video messaging much easier of a way to communicate than fucking text messages, DMs, and
That was my
whatnot. Even
go-to.
phone call, I couldn't stand. I had one long, and it was probably like 30 minutes conversation with her where we're on the phone getting to know each other. Other than that,
And
it was Snapchat.
she didn't see these red flags of of lacking communication ahead of time.
I'm just more of a let's talk in person and do stuff
Yeah.
as opposed to
Yeah.
text. Yeah,
Well, that and the only emotion you feel is anger, Bob.
it's true. I'm an angry gal.
Indifference and
It's
anger.
Yeah.
Oh, it's true. 90-10.
But yeah, I thought that was very strange. I don't know. Have you guys had any experience with like online relationships?
No, all of my relationships have been physical.
You mean in person?
Yeah, yeah.
Ah! I was gonna say now we're fucking talking.
No, yeah, I don't. Yeah, I never really met anybody online, and I mean, text message early on in relationships when you're not like moved in and hanging out with, and the only way you can communicate on a daily basis is texting. But never like butterflies.
Yeah.
Just like I enjoyed it.
I remember when I was
talking,
younger, like definitely some of my earlier relationships. I
I'm
remember
thinking
getting,
like 6th grade was like
I'm,
peak.
well, I'm thinking even in high school, texting girls and getting like
Yeah.
butterflies when they would text back. So that's
I
like
would say high school. That was also different for us because we genuinely were before like social media and doing all this. Like Facebook was the big thing, or MySpace was like the big thing. And I don't remember, like you kind of chat with girls, but it was texting.
Is
Texting
it
was like our
because
big thing.
I basically grew up without a phone and number until like junior year of high school? Is that maybe why I don't fucking connect like that?
No, I think it is a personality thing because there's I watched a whole like 30-minute documentary on YouTube about this guy who passed, like had like severe health issues and his health started deteriorating. So he lived his whole life inside this video game and had made countless friendships and like meaningful, impactful ass relationships. And like whenever
You said it's a real person?
yeah, whenever he passed away, his family was just bombarded with love and support of like this dude meant so much to us, blah, blah, blah. And these were all over the internet specifically through one video game.
Yeah.
Of them
Didn't they
going
like
on
hold a
quests,
vigil on the game and everything like that for him and stuff
Yeah.
like that? I think I remember.
Wow.
going on like quests together.
Oh,
and
yeah,
completing
yeah,
challenges
yeah.
together.
Mhm.
And
Which
it's
is
just
nuts.
Like, so this dude obviously wasn't introverted because of his personality. He literally had, physical issues that he couldn't go out and about and do stuff. So like all of his meaningful interactions and relationships were through the game. And I was like, dude, yeah, that's
kinda
like
cool.
there's like a whole subset of or a whole population of people who just because of the way their personalities are, maybe it's easier for them to connect that way. So
I know my nephew Anthony, that boy just on the game, hanging out with his friends if he's not doing anything else.
yeah.
With the headphones, just roasting and playing games together.
That's what I be doing. I'm not hanging out with you clowns. I'm on the games.
On the game.
Well,
playing-
not so much anymore. Now that I literally haven't played games in
gonna say,
weeks.
you
at
But
this
read
it's
point.
now,
going to be a long
Bob.
time, you and all the boys.
Yeah, I would
Your
hop
other friend
on.
group.
I have friends that live all over the country, and then like every night we would just get on and hop on the game. It's voice chat, but just same stuff, bullshitting, roasting.
What does that
Sta-
mean? It's voice chat.
Talking.
We're talking
on-
to each other.
like on
it's
the
not. It's
phone
not
or-
text.
Being on
It's
the
not
phone.
text. We're not like really
Oh, okay.
texting each other, but voice chat. And we're just doing the same shit that we would do if we were in person,
Yeah.
and just like maintaining those friendships.
Yeah. I
That's
mean,
pretty
I
sick.
did find it fun playing Fortnite with you guys, but we would all be in the same room though.
That'd be like a LAN party.
Yeah.
Every vacation
that
at
didn't
LGN.
last
yeah.
because the game was hard.
Every
It
game is hard for
became
you, Bob.
Not fun because we weren't
We
good.
never won.
It is a social thing. It is a. I just won yesterday. I played a game because my
Oh,
daughter
damn.
fell asleep for the first time I played a game. But yeah, so it's like anything. It's like social media in general. It's a tool, and it can be used for good. It can be abused. It can be exploited, or it can drive genuine human connection. You
Yeah.
know?
I miss old school original Call of Duty days where it was just racialism the entire time and yelling and screaming and the worst things you could
Racist,
possibly
sexist
hear
lobbies.
in
You
your
had
life.
to be
that
built
we were
different.
wrong time. Yeah, you literally had to be built different. You say that now, you're getting arrested.
All right, I am going to this saved post because this is super interesting to me. So.
Is this part of the XX and X?
No.
The XX and X.
It's the last thing before we get to our XX and X red hot sexcapades, where we're gonna get shirtless and we're gonna go through some rated R and or XXX takes and stories and things that we want to talk about. So before we get on to that, bare minimum men and the patriarchy that praises them. It's wild how deeply patriarchy has wired itself into society that when a man does the bare minimum, like respects a woman's boundaries, listens without interrupting, treats her like an equal, he's celebrated like a revolutionary. People say he's different, as if decency is a rare genetic trait and not the baseline of being human. We live in a world where men get applause for behavior women are simply expected to perform. She's supposed to be kind, patient, understanding, but when he does it once, he's such a good guy. This double standard doesn't just reflect unequal treatment, it maintains it. It keeps expectations low for men, and impossibly high for women. Patriarchy loves low bars. It teaches men that empathy is optional and teaches women to be grateful for crumbs of respect. It rewards mediocrity and masculinity and punishes women for demanding more than the minimum. We shouldn't have to romanticize basic respect. We shouldn't have to call it rare. The goal isn't to glorify decency, it's to normalize it. Because when respect feels exceptional, it only proves how far we still are from equality. We don't need more men who look good compared to the worst. We need men who understand that doing the right thing isn't a favor, it's the standard.
Do you guys think that's true? And my first thought is, why is she worried about that and not just worried about her own relationship and her own life? I find that weird.
I think it goes back to earlier when I was saying, like, if you're a man and you see someone victimizing someone else, being able to speak up and stand for something, I don't know if that's a man or a woman. I assume it's a woman, but I guess it could be a man. I don't think there's anything to indicate that it was a woman. But being able to if you have a voice, being able to speak up for the things that should be said, saying the things out loud that need to be said, that other people are dealing with and facing, but may not have the personality to be outspoken about it.
Yeah, it's hard
So,
to.
like, she sees people suffering and is speaking up.
Okay.
Yeah, it's. I mean, hard for me to think about because obviously we're men and that post we're just getting fucking pissed on. But I feel
I'm
like
sure.
that's not how we operate, and I've surrounded myself with friends that operate from the same mindset of me. That is the standard. You're always nice. You're always kind. I do my utmost to make sure that I'm never impeding on somebody's happiness. So, and obviously we do that for the most part, and my other friends as well. So it's like I'm trying to think of situations where I've seen, men be POSs, and obviously they do, but it's hard for me to like wrap my mind around that. Like, why is that not the standard?
Yeah.
I feel like it's the standard for me.
Dude, we are an incredibly, like you, Steven, even your first apprehension is from an incredibly privileged perspective of, like, you don't have to worry about the things that women have to deal with. And I've said from the beginning, not only to like my girlfriends, but to my sisters as well, is like, dude, it would suck being a girl. Straight up. I'm talking about not only physically, the girls have periods and have to have babies and get pregnant, go through so much hormonal shit, menopause. Like, literally, it's way worse physically, let alone socially and all the cultural expectations on women. I was like, it's just worse all the way around. It's
I
tougher.
mean,
it's
I'm
harder.
not expecting nothing from nobody. I don't know why.
It's not.
Are you guys
personally.
expecting?
It's not you personally. It's the demands of society. Like, why do a lot of women, and it's actually getting less with this generation, but why do a lot of women, the generation above, older than us, feel the need to put makeup on before they go out? It's like a weird thing that it's like, you as an individual do not have to do that, but it's a societal pressure. Of course, they don't have to. They also don't have to ever have a baby again. It's a pressure to have a baby. It's a pressure to get dolled up before you go out. And those are just two very surface examples of things that are like, well, yeah, I think about the time we've spent getting ready. It's been 45 minutes total across my life. Let alone 45 minutes. You know what I mean?
I get yelled at by my wife. Start getting ready, and I'm like, hey, we ain't leaving it.
Walking out the door?
We ain't leaving in 2 hours. It takes me 30 seconds to put some shoes on. What you talking about?
Yeah. So it's like women deal. I'm not even joking to say men absolutely have issues and things they deal with. 100%.
Yeah.
Women have way more. For every one thing that I can think of that a man deals with physically or socially or culturally, I can name 4 that women deal with.
Mm-hmm. The only thing I can relate to in this regard is one time me and you took our babies out to like my nephew's basketball
yeah.
game. Remember?
I remember that.
It was just me, you, Violet
They were
Aurora,
all struck.
and all the women were gawking and
Yeah.
whatnot, just pretty much complimenting us.
It was a group of older women literally saying, she was literally like, I don't think my husband, literally with any of our 4 kids, ever took them by himself. And I'm like, what?
This just happened to me on Sunday. I took my son. My wife was out of town. I took my son to Barnes and Noble to
The authorities let you be around your son without your wife?
Yeah.
I'm joking.
To buy him a book. I bought him a book, and I bought myself a book, of course.
Oh, to buy you a
Has
book,
to
you
see
just so
it.
happened to get him a book.
But the lady at the counter was like, oh my God, a single dad's buying a book for his son. I was like, I'm not single. I'm here. I'm
present.
A single?
Yeah, I thought I was
Yeah.
a single dad, like walking around with my son, and I was like,
Yeah.
that's not.
That's
Why is
kinda
this a
rude.
rare thing? Like, why are you surprised by that? I was
That's
so
the time
thrown
you
off.
were at Barnes & Noble using your son to pick up chicks and you're American. I like reading. Yeah, I'm a good dad. Where they at, though? Spent 4 hours at Barnes & Noble.
I mean, yeah. I mean, so first of all, for me, Koa wants Alex way more than anything ever.
And that pisses you off.
And
It's the boobs, dude.
Yeah. Well,
I
hold
mean,
on.
He's got 2 of them, too. It is the boobs, dude. I get jealous of that connection as well, and it pisses me off.
it's hard for me to even do anything with him because he'll just get fussy and only want mom. So I mean, there's that natural aspect to it. But I mean, yeah, women are supposed to. Their kids want them to care for them.
I think so. It's kind of a generalization. It's not to say all men are scumbags, but it is to say that if you run across somebody who's a scumbag, it's probably a guy. Like, I'm talking about scumbag doing like creepy things romantically or relationally. Like, if you come across somebody doing something inappropriate or creepy, it probably is a guy
9
who's
times out of 10.
Yeah. So it's not to say all guys are scumbags, but when you are time and time again mistreated, like on first dates or like literally comments, dude, I talk to young men who are like, I say young men, oftentimes it's guys that we used to work with that are my age. They would tell me about their experiences on a first date and running their mouth. And I'm like, everything they're saying is wrong.
Yeah.
Literally everything you're saying. I'm like, put yourself in her shoes for literally 1 second and think about the things you're saying. And it's just weird, dude. Like young men are clueless, fucking clueless,
Yeah.
let alone with having enough empathy, which I certainly did not have. This is
Yeah.
like a me getting older and realizing type thing. But having enough empathy to be aware of yourself, let alone the extra extension of, okay, how
Of
is
the
she
woman.
thinking or feeling about this? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like I don't know if it's too much fucking testosterone and you're just like thinking with the other head.
Yeah.
But I can't think about when I was younger being like, I'm self-reflective.
Yeah.
I mean, at 22 or 23,
Dude.
like, there's not a fucking time once I could think about it. I did that. But
Yeah.
as soon as you start getting older, you're like, oh,
It's everything.
Why
though.
am I? Yeah, everything I'm retrospective about.
See,
I
I
would've
was-
said that.
Yeah.
I was so like, what's the correct word? Like sure of like how nice and like a good guy that I was. That so in high school and then into college, I dated a girl for 4 years, and we broke up. And I took 4 years off. I didn't date anybody for 4 years, and I told myself I was like the next girl I date is gonna be my wife.
A high bar.
Yeah, and then I met my wife on a cruise ship, and we were talking on the cruise ship, hanging out, flirting. Turns out she lived in the same city as me, same apartment complex even. And I was like, dude, if I keep talking to this girl, she's gonna end up my wife. And I thought that like
You manifested the fuck
day
out of it.
one, and then turns out, yeah, then here we
Turns
are.
out she
Um,
broke up with her boyfriend, and then there you go.
Wait, is that true?
Snatched him. Snatched
Was
her.
she?
They were already broken up, but they were
Oh,
they were just like
no,
in that
yeah.
that in between of broken up, but they're separate, like not living with each other anymore and separated.
That happened to me before.
And then it was yeah, he treats me like shit. You seem nice
Mhm.
and fun.
That happened to me
And hot.
whenever I met Alex for the first time. She was talking to, or she had just broken up with a guy, a long-term ex, and I cut it off with the longest-term ex probably a few months ago, and I was just like, I gave my ex the benefit of the doubt, and I was just like, oh, and I told Alex, I'm in a relationship, didn't even try anything, and we weren't together for months, so yeah, I don't know.
That's like playing it too safe. I just broke up with this girl 9 years ago, but she's working through it. So I can't. I want to talk to you, but I can't. We're figuring. She's figuring it out.
It was she. I think Alex asked for our Instagrams or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I'm still with somebody, but I gave her my Snapchat that I didn't even use.
on the low.
That I had never used, not to be.
Made a Snapchat
rude.
for her.
And then that's not actually how we started talking. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. No, that's where we started talking
Yeah.
on Instagram. I
You,
like.
s-
think-
you swooped up Diego's girl.
I think now is the perfect time to get into our red hot sexcapades. Here's some of the things that you guys can look forward to. 9 times out of 10, I can't orgasm. Okay, Steven's gonna have to fill us in on that one. The kicker, he's bisexual. Okay, good. Desi wrote, and by God, it smelt so bad.
I hadn't
don't-
read that one.
I don't want to know what that means. She made me. This is the story I already told. That's the one I was walking her up to her apartment, and she made me kiss her. She forced my hand into my own pants later, thinking about kissing her. She forced my hand to kiss her. Kyle, what do you got?
The counterclockwise swirl.
What could it be?
Could that possibly be?
All right, who wants to go first? Who wants to go first with their red hot sexcapade?
I don't. Let me pull my.
Well, don't be shy, boys. Don't be
I'll fucking
scared.
go. I'm
I
not
went
scared.
first on the last one, so I was letting. one of
I'm
these
not
girls-
scared. Not even a
Oh,
single
Desi,
bit,
Desi,
Bubba.
Desi, take us off. What are you thinking about that gets you hot and fucking bothered, Bubba?
I don't think it's gonna be hot and bothered, but yeah.
Okay, well, I don't care what it
I'm
is.
not even gonna read the title because it'll just give it away.
It gives away the punchline.
All right. This is in the NSFW, so you know it's good.
Oh.
That stands for not working for safety.
Okay, so this happened about 2 years ago now, and it's taken some time for me to be as okay about telling the story as I am now. For a long time, I kept it entirely to myself and my incognito browser as I Googled for reassurance that I was not alone. But look, it's been a while. I've grown up a bit and realized that I can't keep a story like this to myself forever.
Time out. You know it's good because this has happened to me and I'm sure it's happened to you guys, when you're not looking at porn and you still have to use incognito. You know, whatever you're searching, you're like, I'm so scared right now. All right.
First things first, I'm a heterosexual cisgender woman. She a woman. Okay. And I use Tinder to avoid having to hook up with local guys when all I want is a casual relationship. A straight, normal woman. Just
What's this?
You
straight.
were
Born as a woman, identify as a woman, and you're just
So
straight.
you're a cisgender male.
Yeah. Well, female. Yeah.
Right.
We're females. And I use Tinder to avoid having to hook up with local guys when all I want is a casual relationship. It's a small town. And if you've ever lived in one of those, you'll understand instantly what I mean. So I get this guy to drive here, a 3-hour trip for him. We meet in public to make sure he's not a serial killer.
Okay, listen, he's not driving 3 hours for a casual nothing.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, I know men. I know men.
You know you?
And as women, no, I know men. And women should know men. He's not driving 3 hours to go bully to get some fucking KFC, Baba.
Eat some, Subway in your small town,
hard
Bob.
cider.
No.
Well, mind you, she put that she uses Tinder to avoid having to hook up with local guys. So she's looking to hook up.
Oh, okay. Casual means maybe
Yeah,
no strings attached.
yeah, no strings
Okay,
attached.
Because I was wondering about
Yeah,
that.
she.
Okay.
So I met this guy drive a 3-hour trip for
Statement still stands, though.
drive here a 3-hour trip for him. Okay, you looking at my shorts? Thanks, Bubba.
Fantastic short.
So I get this guy to drive here a 3-hour trip for him. We meet in public to make sure he's not a serial killer or whatever, and I see if we get on in person. I don't feel super attracted to him, like we're not really clicking, but it's whatever. He has a penis, is in my age bracket, isn't super gross. He's driven 3 hours to see me, and I'm super horny desperate. So okay, and so I bring him home. We get to my place and things get hot and heavy rather quickly. We go straight to the bedroom.
Hold on,
He's
I'm
a
fucking envisioning.
he's a little.
Something's growing over there. Why are your hands poking
It's my pee-boner. I'm about to explode.
He's a little rougher than I usually go for. I like to joke that my kink is you pretending that you actually love me. Which is really funny.
Run that back.
This is so
That's called
funny.
passionate lovemaking, and that is a very slippery slope.
He's a little rougher.
You will fall in love.
Her kink is that you're pretending to actually love her. That's fucking good.
That is good.
But again, it's fine. I'm horny. I'm taking what I can get at this stage, right? Now, bear in mind that I've been nervous that day and hadn't eaten breakfast. Just had a couple cups of coffee. The night before, though, I had eaten Indian food. Just putting that out there. Back to the
Never a
sex.
good combo.
Oh, no.
Back to the sex. He was rougher and bigger than I'd been expecting. It had been
Good for him.
well. She only says bigger. We don't know bigger by how, but yeah.
Body big.
Yeah. It had been months since I'd gotten laid. We start off in doggy style, but within a few minutes, I decide I want a bit more control, and I initiate a position switch. Now I'm on top, and this is a lot better for me. It's less about how he likes it and more about how I want it.
Yeah,
I
I
get
just found that my lip is in my mouth. Let me get.
I get down low, my head close to
Salivating.
his shoulders, and I'm really just doing my thing when suddenly he grabs me by the hips and starts doing this whole other thing, his thing aggressively. And maybe because I'd already been so close, it's all just way too much for me and I feel myself coming hard. Except that I'm not just coming.
I'm getting
It's-
hot and bothered, dude.
It all happened so
Take
quick.
it off,
okay, wait.
Bubba.
You might want to keep your shirt.
Keep it in your mind.
Okay,
He
now
came too early.
Except then I'm not just coming. It all happened so quickly. But I think I came while I farted, but it was actually a shart. Not,
no!
not a big one
Get
or a
your
lot.
shirt back, Bubba.
Because I hadn't eaten much. But with a bit of liquid,
We talking scat play?
Yeah.
Hell
The
yeah.
old Cleveland Steamer, Bubba.
Yeah, baby, a dirty Sanchez.
My bad.
oh God. It says not a big one or a lot because I hadn't eaten much, but while a bit of it liquid to it too, and by God, it smelled so bad.
Oh.
Because of the Indian food I'd had the night before. I froze. He froze. He started to look disgusted to say, what? But before he'd even finished getting the word out, I jumped up and off of him. Not quickly enough to avoid seeing what I'd done on him.
She made a mess.
And ran to
Wait,
the
which
bathroom.
way was she facing?
She was
She was
facing
facing- she
him.
was leaning her
She was like
shoulder.
look basically at his shoulders going when this happened. She says not quickly enough to avoid seeing what I'd done to him. and on him and ran to the bathroom in wide-eyed panic. This has never and has never since happened to me before. I had never heard of it happening to anyone else before either. This was awful. I was in tears, moaning, no.
Okay.
Nope, no.
But the fact remains, she shitted on her date.
She shitted on her date.
Shitted on her date.
Oh,
That's a horror story. I mean, I guess it depends on what you're into. That could be a horror story.
That is a horror story.
I mean, the fact that she Googled it in incognito to make sure she wasn't the only
Is
one.
like farting incoming or shitting incoming?
I shitted it when I
I
came to.
shitted when I came. What did she
A
Google?
shit fart come.
Sneezed.
Burp snorted. Exploded.
painted.
Oh my god. I walked over to him in the hallway, call my name from outside the. He came to call my name from outside the door.
Can
and
you
knocked
let
again.
me in there so I can wash?
I did not respond. I could not respond. I did not know what to say. Eventually, he came in because he had to shower. He had to shower too, right? Of course he did. Yeah. So that happened, and if it was awkward and terrible and silent, and I still didn't know what to fucking say. What the hell can you say?
Yeah.
Also, I was still crying and saying no. He only took a minute anyways, grabbed a towel and left with it. I closed the bathroom door behind him and waited until long after he had left to go to the bathroom and change the sheets. He had, of course, already unmatched me on Tinder. TLDR, I came so hard I shat on his balls, and he ran to the shower to cry about it while he left. Good times.
Damn.
Wow. That's a way better story than I picked. By the way,
That's a hell of a
Well,
start.
wow.
To a red hot
the
sexcapade.
Title was I accidentally shat on my Tinder date, and I said, "You got me, Bob. You got me."
That's unreal.
whoa,
dude.
that's a lot to fucking unload.
There's
unpack
so many
there.
aspects to that
Imagine
story.
going to, hey, how was your date the other night? Blah, blah, blah.
Shitty.
Oh, you got
Shitty.
You don't even want to know. You don't even want to know.
I
Shitty.
can't believe this. That's
Hold on,
unreal.
because I do oddly enough have a
A shitting story?
friend
shitscapade.
friend where something similar happened.
Oh, Quentin.
no.
An actual IRL friend.
Oh, no. Shitted.
Yeah, so one of my best friends, well, used to be best friends. Now we're kind of we're there a little bit.
Lives in Sacktown, Bob.
And no different one. And he had a girl over, and like he had a girl. We were like right out of high school, so maybe like freshman, sophomore year of college. He had a girl over, and when you have girls over, you're having them over for a reason. When you're a young college man,
To play Boggle.
yeah. And so she comes over,
To
and
play categories.
and she says,
Easy
I'm on
with the scat.
I'm on my period. And so he was like, oh, instantly I was defeated. Fuck, this sucks. Like this blah blah blah.
What?
And but then she follows up with, but we can do anal. And he says, we're back.
We're back,
We're
man.
back.
We're in it.
Action.
And so they proceed, and he fucking does the deed. And he says when he fucking finishes and pulls out, he was a plumber that day.
He unclogged. He snaked the drain. He snaked the drain.
Snaked the drain. Bob. He's all over him, all over his sheets, his comforters, his pillows. It was
a prank. She knew it was gonna happen.
backed up.
Okay, so this is okay.
Unclogged.
I don't have extensive experience with backdoor entrance, but I will say from my gay friends, it's not just something you just go do. It's prep work on the receiver's end. There's prep work to be done to be a generous lover, and it sounds like this girl was unqualified to be partaking in such endeavors.
Yeah. So he said he freaked out. He said, "What the fuck? Get the fuck out of my house!" Kicked her out.
Oh my god.
It was a whole. He did.
Oh no, that was
did
the post
not
clarity.
Yeah.
Did not take it well.
He said, I'm mad about this. You can leave now.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Well, the fact remains, he
she
still
is
called her
not
tomorrow, the
alone.
next day.
I don't. It wasn't a cum fart shit
Dude,
situation.
she was a trooper. I'm on my period, but we have other options. She came to him with a problem.
Do you want a
but she
red fuck
also-
or do you want a brown fuck?
Oh my god.
She came with a problem, but she came prepared with a solution as well. And
Yeah.
honestly, she's the MVP.
Yep. I'm pretty sure I remember him saying that he made her fucking take the sheets off the bed and go put it in the washer.
Dang, punkters.
Punked her.
And she was just out here trying to do her part as a generous lover.
Yeah.
Dang. I would have.
So it was those two
I don't
ladies
know.
going back and forth. No, you are not alone.
That's the Google.
This is
She
a
found
safe
her.
place for us.
So that leads up into that situation. What would you guys do?
I'm hopping in the shower. Probably no words to be said.
You would
Yeah,
be silent about
Probably
it.
the same thing. I
Probably
don't know
just
what do
running.
you say unless you're gonna.
I'll probably say, "Oh shit!"
I'm
Shower.
opposite.
Oh, there is shit
I'm
right
not-
here.
I'm not gonna lie, you guys. I pride myself on never having awkward. Literally, it's almost impossible for it to be awkward, especially on a first date. I go into the date understanding I will have to do the heavy lifting. I'll have to carry this to make sure that she has fun and I have fun. I take that on me, and then any slack she picks up is good. It's above and beyond.
So, this
I'm
wasn't
not even
expected.
joking.
What
I
about
could
any
literally-
slack she lets off on you?
I could literally imagine a situation in which a girl shits on my balls, and it's still we're joking and having a fun time. I can see it clear as day.
I think it would
Yeah.
be
Like,
the
you
best.
just shit on me.
The best case scenario would be to take it as a joke, especially while she's freaking out.
Yeah,
and be
you don't
like,
want
you
her to
make
be-
her feel better about it, but also in the back of your mind, you're probably like, I gotta fucking shower about it.
Yep.
Nasty
I gotta
bitch.
shower. Nasty bitch.
Yeah, I mean, if you get shitted on, she already probably feels horrified. You know, don't make it worse. Whatever. Put yourself in her shoes. If I shitted on cuz balls, I'm gonna be embarrassed.
Listen, this could be a love story, Bubba. You tell your kids way later in life. How'd you meet?
When you did, you were embarrassed.
When I've shitted on cuz balls, I was embarrassed, so I said, "Hey, take it easy on me."
Oh,
But dude, I've talked to gay friends. I've talked to even Joe about our manager. I'm talking colonics. I'm talking enemas. I'm talking cleanlinessings. I'm talking landscaping that must be done. There,
what's
prep
the thing you
work.
put up in there and water it?
Exactly. That's an enema
That's enema.
or a colonic. I'm not sure.
A
the
douche.
difference.
No, a douche. Yeah,
Well, I think that's for vaginas.
vaginals.
For vaginals.
I
If
think
you
of
know the
douches,
answer,
it
please
just
help us.
sprays and cleans.
Okay, regardless, there's work to be done ahead of time, and that it's not just like we're just gonna brown dog it. We're gonna raw dog this brown.
Well, Steven, you're an avid
user.
interest through the back door edge. Is there prep work involved?
How do you prepare
When
yourself
she's
to
getting ready
receive?
to peg you, what do you eat beforehand? On The Office, he said, he asks the gay guy Oscar what he can do to make it more enjoyable for the doctor for a colonoscopy. Colonoscopy. He's like, is there anything I can do to make it more enjoyable for the doctor? Or whatever?
For me or the
I'm
doctor?
gonna save all that for another episode. I will read my story though. It's not quite on par with you guys, but it's something interesting. Let me make sure I'm on the right one first. Okay. It's titled, I had the best first sexual encounter of my life. I wanted to share a positive encounter I recently had with a new guy. It was a total game changer. Long story short, he asked for consent as well as checked in about how I was doing several times over the course of sex, asked about STI screening beforehand, showed up with condoms and used them without blinking an eye, spent over an hour on foreplay.
Oh my God!
Tried to go down on me. Is that not foreplay? Tried to go down on me. Didn't expect getting head in return. Prioritized my pleasure the entire time and took breaks. So just talk about and cuddle. Jesus.
Okay, I'm falling in love.
He even said we shouldn't rush right into PIV, which is what? What is PIV?
And I know.
Penis and vagina.
Yeah.
Okay, we shouldn't
Maybe.
rush into PIV. Penis
Yeah,
and
I'm
vagina.
confused on that one. That one.
It was amazing. And literally the first time in my life a guy has done even half of those things, much less all. Is that completely sad and pathetic? Absolutely. This should be the minimum standard, but unfortunately is not. The kicker? He's bisexual. Obviously, I don't mean to generalize, but this was so wildly different than any other experience I've had with straight men that I can't help but think his own experience navigating masculinity and sexuality contributed to his consideration and awareness. He said, our encounter should be the standard. I agree. Anyway, just wanted to share something positive. I'm still mind blown by how great this was. Hold on, there's an edit here.
Okay.
That's it. Steven's becoming bisexual.
We've
That's
got.
fine. I'll do it.
I'll do it.
I forgot to mention that we were drinking, and he also asked me how I was feeling and whether I felt too drunk to go any further. I didn't at all. Parentheses.
Well, that's just being a good person, right
I
there.
mean,
Wow.
yeah, that has.
What a
that
standard.
literally it's that last piece is just being a good person.
Okay, let's be self-real. It's harder in general, in my experience, it's harder for girls to come than guys to come. that's just. I feel like that's a known stereotype.
I literally have
trope.
come 3 times just
It's
talking
just
to you
sitting
guys.
here with the boys. So I
9
think
out of 10 times I can't orgasm.
I'm with you, Desi. That's just being a good, thoughtful person.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna brag and toot my own horn, but I will say that's fucking standard for the
Yeah.
way that I go about things. I get wildly uncomfortable if there is any indication that the girl is uncomfortable, because I'm like, that's like cringy, and it is literally a sexual turnoff to think that I'm not doing what getting her off and making sure she's comfortable and happy is what gets me off. So, but that is like so many guys, just like they're thoughtless in other ways, they're thoughtless sexually. You're not just gonna have a guy who's a fucking idiot and only cares about himself.
Tell
and
me
does all
I-
these things, and then is a master generous lover. It's like, well, that doesn't really
Tell me I can't just be a piston in the bed chamber and get mine.
Piston.
mindlessly hammering away. Yeah. So I think you're right, Desi. It's just a good person thing. If you're just a thoughtful, empathetic person, and you're like, I'm not, and that's even with one night stands. It's like, well, we're here right now. We're doing this. Let's enjoy it. Let's make
do
the
it
most.
right.
Let's do it right. Make the most of it. Because I've had times where I think it's a one night stand, and it ends up being a girl that I date, or vice versa, a girl that I'm actually interested in, and then she never fucking calls me again.
I'm
Yeah.
not a
You should
one
always hit
night
it like it's
stander
the
guy.
last time you're ever gonna hit it.
Yeah, not a hookupper, not a one nighter.
Same.
So I don't think I've ever done this before, to be honest. The preparation.
You haven't prepared your butt?
No,
Oh, my bad.
never had
For
to.
reception?
For reception.
Yeah.
You guys
Wedding-
are making
wedding
fun of Bob
reception.
Stevens for being a receiver. He's a straight man, and we just like these jokes are unfounded.
Yeah. So yeah, I thought that was strange and pretty. Yeah, that all makes sense, but I haven't for real been in the situation
I think some
where I
guys
had to do that.
I think maybe some guys are, for one, it's a complete lack of empathy from young men in general. So it's a general lack of empathy, which obviously is going to translate a lack of empathy in the bedroom and when having sex. And I think that it's often the young people's experience to, I don't know, because I even when I was young, not thinking like, oh, I'm just here to get mines, but absolutely not being mindful of, are you getting yours, and are you having fun, and are you comfortable and feel safe in the whole nine yards?
For me, it's
Growing up,
definitely been a.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, for me, it's definitely when I've had feelings for the girl, then that's when I'm like empathetic and want to make sure they get theirs. But when it's been I'm here to get mine.
That is a thing.
You know, and that was like way back high school, early college, of just like, I'm never gonna see you again.
That leads
That was-
so many girls to think
Yeah,
guys don't know what they're doing.
yeah.
Because what gets a girl off and what gets a guy off,
way-
random. So what gets a guy off for you, for me, for Steven, and for Desi is the same. It's the exact same thing. What gets a girl off is going to change literally woman by woman, and it's like not caring, which is not. I'm not saying right or wrong. She knew most of the time.
And
girls-
time by time too.
Yeah, girls know what they're getting into.
I've had to invent new techniques.
Yeah, I mean, it's like that's what makes women think, oh, these guys don't know what they're doing, and I have to. Get
No
mine,
one knows
but
what I'm
it's
doing.
Just in general, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, everybody that I knew growing up that would go hooking up, they just always had like a condom in their wallet, and I thought that's all it really took.
I never used. I used a condom like once or twice in high school, and then since have never even touched the damn things.
I've been off of them for years.
And that's
I
that's
quit
on.
condoms years ago.
That's on. Thank God I didn't have a kid earlier.
Yeah.
That's on how did you?
But
not
I
have a
did
kid?
always like, hey, ain't got one on me,
Oh well.
and
Mhm.
it's
I've
cool.
received-
It's cool. I'm on birth control. It has been literally every time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But then I always
Pull out.
pull out. Always, 100%.
Stronger than me.
I'm on 99%. Pull out. Can't.
Oh yeah, because baby.
Yeah.
He has a baby.
Who's next? Sexcapade.
I got one. I can't remember how this one was. And
Let's be quick. Let's wrap it up. We're gonna end on a banger, Kyle. So this had better be good.
I want to know about the counterclockwise swirl.
Before we
Well,
get
I've
to
got
Kyle's
a quick
story,
one.
Oh, Bob.
What is the craziest sexual experience? This is the OP. What is the craziest sexual experience you and your spouse have had since getting married? And there's one post. One time my wife initiated sex. It was awesome. The end. That's literally all it is. I don't know if you guys can see this, but that's
so
all it is.
good. And that's another trope. Of course, there's women with high libido, but in general, it's the guy. It's always, in my experience, it's always been the guy has
Oh,
to initiate.
let me-
Hey.
But it's gentlemen. It's about playing the long game and the slow game and the smart game, doing things all day, every day to make her sexually interested in you. So by the time comes, she's ravenous.
I
for
can
you.
tell when I was a good boy.
Yeah. You've been planting seeds of yeah.
It's the thing I was saying. We joke about it, but doing those little date nights and stuff literally is that kind of shit that gets it. That it's like, oh, they're still there.
Get some flowing.
Get some popping.
Okay, so here's mine. I went to play pool at a bar with my pot dealer and her housemates.
I like it already.
She brings along her shy cousin to try to get her out more. I wasn't there to hook up with anyone. She didn't talk much, but was really clingy and touchy. And at the end of the night, I'm driving home, and the shy cousin calls me and tells me she got my number from her cousin, and she wanted to go back with me. I told her, okay, I'll pick her up, but I'm not looking for a girlfriend, but she's welcome to come relax and watch TV.
And smang bang.
Yep. Not even 10 minutes into Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., she starts petting my cock.
Wow.
And I told her she should behave herself unless pulsating orgasms is something she enjoys.
Back to back.
Hey, right straight to business. She says, I want it down my throat now.
Damn.
This is not a shy cousin. This has got to be.
Yeah, right. She deep throats it for almost an hour, and I made the mistake of returning the favor with the counterclockwise swirl.
With the tongue.
Hey.
With the tongue.
You ever been hitting it clockwise and then go counterclockwise? It's a whole new
This
move.
was written by AI, Bubba. You're not lasting an hour of that.
No.
You're lasting fucking a minute of that.
Right. She obviously had too much experience, so I stayed as detached as possible, yet she kept coming back for a month. She eventually asked me if she could be my girlfriend and move in. She really didn't do anything wrong, or so I thought. I'm the one who intentionally created the abandonment complex. Either way, she knew the deal, so I blocked her. I then find out she never broke up with her ex and that she still lives at her mom's with her, and I was the side fling.
Got him.
Said this is how I learned that
Great
detachment
instinct.
is what makes women want to come back, and the side guy gets sexually rewarded. I can't live like a man whore anymore because I'm now relationship oriented, but the guys playing the field should take note.
Yeah. There's some subconscious shit happening that's not true in every instance, but it's true in a lot of instances.
Yeah.
Like how literally nice guys finish last and hot girls go for assholes. It's not necessarily assholes, but it's confident guys who are assertive and say what they want and go after what they want. It's like that kind of, and put the girls' feelings second and put their feelings first. It's that stuff. I don't know. Yeah.
Dude, it's how I got my wife.
My wife.
Dude,
wife.
on the cruise ship, I told you guys earlier, like I literally was like, oh, if I keep talking to this girl, like we're gonna get married. I do like her, and I was like thinking like, oh, do I keep talking to her? Do I bring this back home with me? And there was a time I walked her back to her room on the cruise ship, and the vibe was come inside with me.
I mean,
yeah.
with me.
And I literally gave her a high five and walked the other way.
She dapped
And
her up.
she,
Said, Yo,
and
dog,
she
that's
came
good.
back for more, and then that night we had sex.
Yeah, that's good stuff, dude.
It's that when you say no and you're not too
Good night.
not too easy, then they want you.
I think there's a fine line between ego and confidence, and sometimes those get blurred.
Yeah.
Even for the other person that's looking in. You know what I mean? Or for
Yeah.
women in general, like there's a lot of assholes.
Yeah.
Okay, I got something. The OP asks, ladies, describe the best sex you've ever had and why was it the best?
This dude's over here typing with one hand and fucking beating his dick with the other hand.
Unpopular,
My God, bro.
unpopular opinion, but the best sex that I've ever had wasn't with someone who was the most skilled or communicative in bed. He was good, believe me, just not mind-blowing. It just happened to have complementary sized and shaped body parts. And
Like two puzzle pieces fitting together.
And when he was inside me, he touched me in all the right places. He could last quite a while and was a crazy good kisser. The orgasms were out of this world, and I honestly lost count. No idea. Sometimes I couldn't even get up afterwards.
Keep reading.
And there's another one, and I don't know how this works. I don't know if this is a reply to her or just a whole nother response.
He doesn't know how Reddit works.
Almost
Okay,
there.
I just made it looks like the comment sections.
So these are the comments.
These are
But
the
then
stories.
they'll reply. This
Fucking
is a
lost
new
it?
comment right here.
You were literally talking like, hey, what you gonna do?
Well, I'm showing him.
Okay. I just made my Reddit an hour ago. And this is one that doesn't seem to meet the requirements. I've been with my boyfriend for 8 years, and we are each other's first, and 9 out of 10 times I can't orgasm.
What in the homeschool Christians are going on?
Yeah, you see why this doesn't match. I don't understand what's wrong. He takes his time and refuses to come just to focus on me, but then I feel like I am expected to come, so I just can't. I don't have problem with orgasms
when she's by herself.
On my own, but with him, it's so hard to reach it, and each time I don't makes it the next time even harder. My clit gets numb after only 15 minutes of rubbing it, and my horniness fluctuates during the act. I'm only 22, so it's definitely not menopause. Plus, we don't live together still, so that might be contributing too. If anyone has any idea, please give me advice. There have been times when I come quick, even without much foreplay, and then there are times when he can't be having. I skipped something. And there are times when we can be having a 1 hour foreplay, 1 hour sex, 1 hour fingering and oral, and I can't come if my life depended on it. I can't find a pattern about what's going on.
Yeah, that's
why is that under this?
It sounds like expectation. Like she gets in her own head. And then the second you do, that happens to guys all the time. Like, yeah, if you get in your own head, you could fuck up your entire rhythm.
I have a technique where I just think about things so I don't, because I could be in there for literally legit the joke. I could be in there 45 seconds and be done. And I got a whole thing I go through. I get in my head, and then I'm like, I could do 6 hours if I wanted.
Yeah. Got it.
I'm with you. I like the all-nighters. You guys know I like to pull all-nighters. But yeah, I think so. I've been with some women, and it's literally 99% psychological and or emotional, and it's very little has to do with the physical. And so, and that's the case. It's just a matter of that shit takes time for her to trust you and feel so secure and so at ease and so comfortable, and that just takes time. That's not, you're not going to come from a one night. But yeah, some women. So we read in our psychology book, there's like three different types of women that cover like 99% of the population. The type that they do like guys do, where it's like regular building up and then they orgasm and then they can't orgasm for like 20 or 30 minutes, blah, blah, blah. Then there's kind that have tiny little like half orgasms over and over and over. And then maybe eventually a big one, but not necessarily. And then there's like a significant percentage of women like cannot come like that. And it's not like, it's like that's pretty common from what I've read. That was like an introductory psychology class at a damn community college. But I remember seeing the graph in the book.
I think a lot of it has to do with buildup too, because I've been surprised at how easy you can make it happen without doing actual foreplay. Yeah. Or like where you're touching at all. Like it's just straight up buildup. And you do that long enough to where when it does anything touches, then you're like, go!
You guys want to hear you guys want to hear something so fucking cringy? I literally hate. I think.
Yeah. All right. I'm almost there. I'm almost there.
Of course. Quit asking and go.
So there was a girl who I hooked up with, and it was playful banter for a long time of back and forth. And so I finally was like, let's go out, blah, blah, blah. We hooked up, and she told me, she said, a guy's never been able to make me orgasm before, never been able to make me come.
On the first date, she told you this.
Yeah. So, of course, me being the egotistical
challenge accepted.
Challenge accepted. Young man, wrong challenge accepted. No idea what I'm doing. I'm thinking harder is better. Just you talk about mindless piston type, clueless young man. I literally think about it, and I'm like, dude, you are a fucking clown of a man. Don't ever talk to women again.
Fucking caveman.
Yeah, I'm thinking caveman style. And I will admit she did say she was getting close, but still no. And I'm like, yeah, of course, still no. Now I'm like, oh, sweat. I'm like, what more could I do? I'm like, there's 4,000 more things you could do, Bubba.
Harder. Harder.
It's young man, stupid young man. And I'm just like, and how, like, so leading into it, no man's ever made me come. Leaving, yeah, like I said, no man's ever, like, still.
They all think,
probably more so now.
She's on her wall sitting another tick.
Yeah, and I think about it sometimes, I'm like, that is so fucking cringy. It's like, I feel embarrassed. I literally feel embarrassed.
I feel like I've never had that issue that I know of. So
hold on, I've had 2 women left me not be able to come. I've had to fall asleep on them.
Damn.
Like, you fucking suck. Or really? I'm doing all the wrong things. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it was definitely both those situations where I didn't want to have sex from the beginning.
You got coerced?
I got coerced and drug into the bedroom.
What? So you're UG?
Huh? No, I was drunk for sure. But it was just those situations of like exactly the mindset of I'm not was never huge on like random hookups anyways, and I always wanted
He was
to.
already one pant leg in, one pant leg.
Yeah, and I was like, oh yeah, I want to be single, and then the next girl that I'm with, I want to be my wife. Was my whole mindset, and then I just would
Good Christian boy.
had too many drinks, and then would get coerced into it, and then I'm sitting there, and I'm like, I don't really even want to be here, and I'm going to sleep. I would roll over and go to sleep. Could not be enticed.
Damn.
That is, I don't know what that is. That is, I would say restraint, but you weren't restrained. You just weren't even interested.
Yeah.
I do respect it. No matter what it was, I respect it.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Because you had similar situations, but you didn't fall asleep on them.
He saws it through.
I saw them sees it through.
I watched them sees it through.
Oh, yeah, we'll save that for another episode.
All right, you guys. So this has been our first little foray into dating, experience, romance, and I feel like there's not enough grown men talking about dating. So let's get I like this. I like having a conversation where we're putting it all out there, showing our bare chest to you guys, and getting these funny ass
Bare
stories.
nips.
And given some male perspective, I feel like a lot, and like where we could provide value is reading stories from women,
People's experiences.
and we give the male perspective on said story.
The idiot perspective.
The dumber, worse perspective.
The wrong perspective. Yeah,
We've
I actually
learned.
like that. Getting some feedback from you guys. So we are going to be starting up a Patreon, and actually we have a Patreon. We're going to get it popping again. Be posting on there, and we absolutely want and need your guys' feedback. So share your sex stories. Get some
romantic encounter
In
stories.
general.
horror stories. We want to give you our non-expert opinion, or at least talk about it, because I think that there's a lot of value in something that almost everybody can relate
At
to.
least give us something to laugh about.
Yeah. And we're pretty much an open book. Like there's not much that we won't talk about or share. Hopefully, as you can tell, and so we really want to get into it. And
I've
start.
got a wonderful story for you guys next time. Suffice to say, what do I want to say? My eyes are hazel or brown. My eyes are brown. So
For some reason, they
They
were a
look a
different
little-
color that
I've
day.
got
For some reason, they weren't open that day.
I've got a good story for you guys next time, and it's one of the funnier stories.
Yeah, we
Oh,
all
yeah.
got some stories we want to share, and we want to share your stories as well.
Make sure you like and subscribe and support us on Patreon if you can.
Love you guys.
Love you.